Welcome back. With all the wintry weather, the mountains have become a ski and snowboarding paradise. But before you hit the road, prepare yourself for that drive because it can be hazardous. Here to talk about the Mount Charleston Winter Alliance is Naaman Horn with the U.S. Forest Service. Welcome.
Hi, Elizabeth. Thanks for having me back. It's great to be here.
It's great to have you back. So for those who don't know, what exactly is the Winter Alliance?
Well, the Winter Alliance is, if anyone's been up on the mountain from Las Vegas, they know it gets crowded and gets busy. And there's a number of different agencies and organizations that have an influence on what's going on up there. And so we came together to have kind of a cohesive plan going forward so that we can create the best experience for people going up to the mountain to visit the snow. And
what all are you guys doing this year that's different?
So a number of things. One of them is we created a website, mountcharlestonwinter.com. And that has accurate, up-to-date weather reports and road reports so that people can check that before they go and plan their trip before they head up to the mountain and make the long drive.
Also, we've heard that like 25, some weekends like as many as 25,000 people will head up to the mountain. What kind of things can people do to prepare for that rush and to make the trip as successful as possible?
Sure. It's a really popular destination, as you know. We don't get a lot of snow down here in the valley. And so a lot of people want to go up to the mountain to visit the snow, play in the snow, do some winter recreation like sledding, snowboarding, skiing. But to prepare, one thing to do is, if you can possibly go on off hours, go early in the morning so you can beat the rush, go during the week if you can. It gets really busy during the weekends. As you said, up to 25,000 cars can go in a day. And so it gets really crowded, and the road and the parking doesn't always have the capacity for all the people. And so it gets very busy. So to prepare beforehand, check the website, see how busy we are, see what the weather conditions are doing, go early, go off hours, and bring lots of warm clothing as well. Have chains and snow tires on your vehicle if you can, and just expect to maybe take a little bit of time getting up there and be patient with other people because it's going to be busy.
Yeah, speaking of the time and the patience we've been hearing about long delays on the weekends. So what kind of delays are you guys seeing? What kind of conditions are leading to those delays?
So if there's too much traffic going up onto the mountain, the road might get shut down for a short amount of time to make sure the traffic kind of flows through the area so we can get more people in. And one of the major concerns there is that if emergency vehicles can't make it through in a regular time, then if an accident happens up there, we can't get response to them. And so if the road does get closed down, just watch the website so that you can see if the road is open or not, and head up early and avoid the rush. But it's not bad. It's a great winter experience for people, and we want people to come visit the mountain, go ski at Lee Canyon, go sledding on the mountain. Just be aware that there are going to be a lot of people up there as well.
We've also been hearing issues of people parking along the side of the road. Where exactly is that happening, and what kind of issues does that create? Why should people not do that?
Well, thank you. That's a great question. Basically, there's some areas where you can't park, and you have to be careful. Look for the signs that say no parking because you might get a ticket. The other thing is, if you're parking alongside the road, make sure you park so that the white line is to the left of your vehicle so that you're out of the way of traffic. And if that's the case, then you won't get a ticket. You might get stuck, so be careful, take your time, and if you can always make a friend and have someone help push you out. But it's a great experience. Just make sure you're parking safely so that other people can use the road.
Also, there aren't really any gas stations up the mountain. Does that cause problems, especially when we've got these long delays?
We ask that people start with a full tank so they don't get stuck on the mountain without gas. Also, your cell phone may or may not work. There's kind of spotty reception. So just fill up your car before you go, bring lots of warm clothing, bring the traction gear. You should be pretty good.
Okay, thank you so much for being here. And stick around because we'll be back with more.